Shalom everyone. It's been 2 months since we lost Jimmy Ramsey, which you may know him from the Ramsey Truth Brothers, which of course also his brother Ricky was on there occasionally. I'm going to try not to shed too many tears, or if any, because I want to be able to talk a bit about Jimmy. I don't really want to talk about me. I want to talk about him and what he did. And I will briefly mention how it's been for these last 2 months, and it's been probably the hardest 2 months of my life. Been battle, like a daily battle, day after day. Obviously I've been devastated. He was my best friend. He was a brother, still is. I haven't talked to him for actually 6 months. Last time I talked to him was around late March of this year, and I miss hearing his voice. I miss talking to him, stuff like that, because this is where I'm going to get into the part about him, because I want to make it about him and what he accomplished and what he did. Now I can go back and watch videos of him and stuff like that, but it's not the same as actually talking to him and stuff like that. And it's just so surreal not hearing from him the last 6 months, actually talking to him or hearing from him. And the fact that he's been gone for 2 months is just, it's surreal. So, but now I want to talk about what he accomplished and what he did, because he impacted obviously my life, but many other lives too. And what I miss about is how he was so excited to share the truth to people. He always wanted to learn stuff, and I'm going to share to you some things that we talked about. I first met him in December of 2018 online, and it was through Zoom conference. And then I happened to realize that after going over his videos, I actually was on his videos in December of 2018. So that's almost 3 years ago. And but I'm going to share to you some things that we actually talked about. I think the biggest thing was how excited he was to finding out new things, or learning the scriptures, because I already had a fair amount of knowledge. Was already learning a lot already, and then I would share to him stuff, and he was so excited. In fact, he even said in his videos, he's like a kid in a candy shop, how excited he was to learn stuff and then to share it to others. He had such a heart and passion to share to others. And the reason I'm even doing this right now, and the reason why I'm doing this, is because he would want that. And I'm doing this because he would want this. And I'm doing it in his honor. Sorry if this video appears a little choppy. I'm not the best at making videos. This is the first time I'm really doing videos, and I plan on doing more, but this is a little bit new to me. So forgive me if I don't want this to drag on, so I'll just get to the point. So the things that he accomplished was, I think he did more than I think he even realized. He impacted so many lives, and he said he always wanted to share to as many people as possible. And I remembered how sometimes he felt a little bit down because, not many people want to listen to him, and I even had to talk to him about that, and others did too. But, we assured him and said, look, there are people out there who are going to listen. And it's not just because it's Jimmy talking, but it's really the Most High speaking through Jimmy. And those who have ears to hear, they'll hear. Those who have eyes to see will see, as it says. And so, even though he felt a little bit discouraged about that, we encouraged him not to feel that way. I listened. In fact, I can only speak for myself here. I didn't realize how much of impact I had in his life in these last few years. And it was a tremendous positive impact and stuff like that. It was very positive. In fact, I think some of that kept him going, Now, even through the times that he was going through, because, you know, we all go through stuff in life. But even then, you know, it helped him out a lot. And what he did helped me out a lot too. Helped me keep on going and stuff like that. And there were times where, you know, he would tell me not to be discouraged either, because there were times when I didn't really, you know, the way things are going these days, it doesn't look so good. And he told me, but you got to enjoy some things. You got to enjoy life, you know, some degree. You still got to enjoy things. And so I'm glad he said that. So there's so many things I could share, but I wanted to kind of make this brief. And he loved the Most High so much. He loved the truth. He loved the Torah. And he loved sharing about the kingdom to people, because the kingdom's coming, folks. Whether you know it or not, it's coming. And that was his passion. That was his drive. And I hope to keep that legacy going on. I don't quite know how, but it's going to happen one way or another. And it's unfortunate that I never really got to do videos of my own while he was around. It just happened to be one of those things. But I know if he was still around, he would support me every way to do videos myself. And we collaborated. In fact, we did collaborate. We collaborated a lot. A lot of times in the chat room, but also there were times when, you know, he invited me as a guest to be on his videos. And it was such an honor and such a blessing and a privilege to do that. And I'm eternally grateful for that. And so, the Most High truly blessed him. And from what his life was like, how he overcame, he literally overcame, and the Most High helped him break those chains of bondage he was in to addiction. And his life turned around so quickly, and he was like a sponge and soaked up the word of the Most High, if you will, to soak up what the Most High had to say. And it was amazing. It's like watching a flower blooming from the ground up, and it just became an amazing masterpiece to watch. And that was the workings of the Most High right there. But also, as the Most High does work on us, we also have to work with him too. And we have to cooperate to a certain degree. Of course, we got to trust him, but we also got to do what he says. And we got to do it too. We can't just say, well, the Most High is working on me, but you got to show it, you got to do it. And so he did. And even through adversity and stuff like that, he still did it. And so, those are some things I wanted to mention about what he did. And hopefully I'll get to share more in the future about the accomplishments he had. Because really, as it's been 2 months, and as I post this, you know, I realize that I haven't done such a great job myself, and I hope to do a better job in the future of sharing about his life, well, last few years that is, but sharing about his walk that is, and sharing to others, because he wants as many people to know as possible. And that's how his legacy will live on, and those memories will live on, and it will never go away as long as we keep it going. So that's why I'm doing this video, because it's for you, Jimmy. It's for you. So thank you for being in my life. And thank you for being in everyone's life and having such a positive influence and impact on them. Because all of us who've either seen you online or actually had a privilege to talk to him sorely miss you and will miss you always. And we love you. And looking forward to seeing you in the kingdom. So I'm going to end this video now. And at the end, you're going to hear a song that he really loved hearing. And it's called The Song of Moshe by Alan Horvath. In fact, his brother told me that this was a song he really liked to hear. So that's what I'm going to end this as. I'm going to end it with this song. And blessings and shalom to all. And Jimmy, I love you.
I sing to Yahweh, for he is highly exalted. The horse and its rider he has thrown into the sea. Yah is my strength and song, and he has become my deliverance. He is my El, and I praise him, Elohim of my father, and I exalt him. Yahweh is a man of battle, Yahweh is his name. He has cast Pharaoh's chariots and his army into the sea, and his chosen officers are drowned in the sea of reeds. The depths covered them, they went down to the bottom like a stone. Your right hand, O Yahuwah, has become great in power. Your right hand, O Yahuwah, has crushed the enemy. And in the greatness of your excellence, you pulled down those who rose up against you. You sent forth your wrath, it consumed them like stubble. And with the wind of your nostrils, the waters were heaped up. The floods stood like a wall, the depths became stiff in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I pursue, I overtake, I divide the spoil, my being is satisfied on them. I draw out my sword, my hand destroys them. You blew with your wind, the sea covered them, they sank like lead in the mighty waters. Who is like you, O Yahweh, among the mighty ones? Who is like you, great in Kodeshah, awesome in praises, working wonders? You stretched out your right hand, the earth swallowed them. In your kindness, you led the people whom you have redeemed. In your strength, you guided them to your Kodesh dwelling. Peoples heard, they trembled, anguish gripped the inhabitants of Pelasheth. Then the chiefs of Edom were troubled, the mighty men of Moab. Trembling grips them, all the inhabitants of Canaan melted. Fear and dread fell on them by the greatness of your arm. They are as silent as a stone. Until your people pass over, O Yahuwah. Until the people whom you have bought pass over. You bring them in and plant them in the mountain of your inheritance, in the place, O Yahuwah, which you have made for your own dwelling, the Mikdash, O Yahuwah, which your hands have prepared. Yahweh reigns forever. and ever.